We are at Bristol Brick Show 2025 with Outpost 6987, built by the Picard family. Here with me now is Simon. Hello, Simon.
Hello.
So, please tell us all about the mock.
Yeah, well, it's based on the old Lego theme Blacktron that came out in 1987, ran to 89. Obviously had a nice revisit recently in the Lego catalogue. And we've called it Outpost 6987 because 6987 was the set number of the Blacktron space station that inspired the idea behind this build. I always wanted to do it. It was my favourite theme as a child, along with the history stuff that I'm well known for, but I never found the time. So my dad actually said, can he help? He wasn't a normal Lego builder. So I actually designed little bits, and then my father replicates all the extra bits that go on with that as we go along. So yeah, and then my eldest has gotten into helping and stuff, and he's a little bit more on the design side as well. So hoping that'll be 3 generations now of us building this, and hopefully continue because it's not even close to finished yet.
Okay, well, speaking of it's still ongoing, yesterday you spent pretty much all of the available time to set up, and sometime this morning. So how long, if you measured that time, how long did it take for you to set this up?
Well, we started at 10 and we were kicked out at 9 o'clock, and I still needed another hour. But I did lose my 2 helpers, so that had a big impact on the time it took us. My son got caught up in the trains and the flooding, and my dad had to go and rescue him. So hopefully it would take a bit less, but sadly it won't be able to come here again because of the setup times. We got special dispensation to have longer than normal anyway. But yes, as it stands now, this is about as big as we can go without it being too long. It was already too long as it was, so yeah.
Yeah, I can understand the sentiment. In the times I've displayed my train layout in the past years, bigger doesn't necessarily mean better. So having it all compressed into the version even you've got now is absolutely stunning. So with how you've got it all built up at the moment, has there been anything you've, I guess, learned, so to say, with how you set it? Oh, this bit's a bit tricky, maybe we shouldn't have this bit here.
Yeah.
With the plans you've had for future shows, has there been any takeaways already from this particular version of the mock?
We've always learned every time, and there are always problems. We've had some problems with the lighting this time, so my dad's going to redesign the way that we connect the wires together so that we can actually have working lights, which would be great. But yeah, every time we set up, we learn something. I think the biggest lesson we ever learned was the staging. The tables just are never flat enough, and we were ending up whole bricks out or up and down, side to side, and we just couldn't get it all to join together. So my dad and I designed this segmented staging that we can screw together as we go, and gives us a much flatter surface that everything starts to actually line up again, so you don't get big gaps in the models. Every year something goes wrong and we get a little bit better and quicker at the earlier bits. As we go along, we improve. Yeah.
At the point at where we're standing, obviously there's so much dark red rock face that's going on. The base is inside the mountainscape itself, with all the detail that's tucked away inside. Was there anything that was particularly difficult to build? Was there any section that you thought, this is amazing, I can't wait to expand this? Was there any sort of highlights and lowlights when it came to the actual hangar of the Outpost itself?
Yeah, I mean, the hangars were always meant to be one of the main features. So, and I had an idea from a very early age of the curved walkway and being suspended above the whole thing. When you actually look at the walkway, you'll see that it's sort of an oval shape, but it's built as a circle. It's naturally a circle shape, and the oval nature of it is because it's pushing against the support. So that's why it doesn't then collapse. So it's using the tension of it pushing itself out to hold it up in the air. So obviously it goes down very well. People love seeing that whole feature, and yeah, I was pretty proud of how the hangar bay came out in the end. There's always little bits. I mean, the most recent thing I built was the communication tower, so I'm quite pleased with that. But that's one of the newest things, so you're always quite excited about the new bits that you've done.
Excellent. So with the mock that you've had built here, obviously this has taken so long to get to the stage. Is there anything online that we can find you so you can see past stages of this?
Well, we are hoping to start trying to video it or photograph it in some way. So there's not a lot online, but I do share on Flickr. So a lot of the spacecraft and things we can photograph a lot easier. I posted up a few years ago of different ships and the names that we called them and stuff. And we do want to do some more posts soon, but it'll be on my Flickr or Facebook account under Picard. You'll be able to find it. So.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for your time.
No trouble. Thank you.